Am I allowed to eat this food? That's a question I get a lot of times in the tribal life transformation. There seems to be this pervasive idea that if it's not miserable, if it doesn't taste bad, and it doesn't suck, that it's not worth doing, it's not benefiting you. And I can't emphasize enough how important it is to start to change that mentality. Okay? Instead of asking, am I allowed to serve, or am I allowed to eat this food, or am I cheating if I do this? Start to think about whether a food serves your goal and your purpose. And when you can reframe that thinking, you can have a better relationship with the food. So in this 14-day period, I think it's a great thing to consider the purpose of your food and consider the objective that you're trying to reach, and think about your food a little bit differently. So one way that I teach people to start to decide which foods are serving them is to think through 5 little questions. The first question, would my great-great-grandmother recognize this food? So a lot of the foods that we see in today, in modernity, are touted as these great foods, but in reality, they don't really represent real food at all. So a great example of this might be like a protein bar type thing. Now, not to say that there's no place for a protein bar, or you should never have a protein bar, but is it serving you? You could be better served to eat a food that your great-great-grandmother would recognize, like some chicken and some sweet potato and things like that. So, would my great-great-grandmother recognize this food? Question number 1. Number 2, how many steps did it take for this food to reach its current state? So the best example of this for me is bread or things that use wheat. So for example, if you came across a wheat field, you would never thank the Lord that you found food to eat. It would just be this grass with these dangly things on it. That has to be processed and processed and processed and processed to get to the point where it looks like crackers or bread or anything like that. It's far removed from its natural state. Again, not to say you can't eat those things, but start to think about, hey, wow, how far away? Is this serving my purpose? Is this serving my body? Okay, question number 3, does that color occur in nature? If the color doesn't occur in nature, it probably has a lot of artificial dyes and ingredients in it that you don't want to put in your body. So you can start to think about, what are those dyes doing in my body? What things aren't colored the way that they would be in nature? Why are these things added to this food? Question number 4, how many proclamations are on the package? So first of all, if it has proclamations, it's in a package. So that alone should start to make you wonder if this is a food that's serving you and your goals. Those proclamations on the package are there to distract you from other things. A great example is Lucky Charms. That's American Heart Association, has their label on there. It's whole grain. I think we can all agree that Lucky Charms probably aren't the breakfast that is best serving your body. So if it has claims on the package, be aware. A great thing to do, well, it's the next one actually. So question 5 is how many ingredients are on the ingredient list. So flip it over if it's in a package and skip over the calories, skip over the fat, skip over the carbs, and go right down to that little tiny print that says ingredients. Read those ingredients. Again, not to say you can't eat it, but start to bring into awareness exactly what you're putting into your body so that you can start to make a more informed decision about whether it's serving you. Okay, so the takeaway here is just to remember that there is no cheating, right? You're a grown-up. You're allowed to eat whatever you want. We're a little twisted because we have food everywhere. It's literally everywhere. And so we start to just get in this routine of just grabbing whatever. You shouldn't be miserable, though. That's not a place to live, and it's not something you'll stick with. The same is true of the fasting. The fasting that we're working on, the intermittent fasting, is there to serve your body. If it's not serving your body, then something needs to be tweaked, and it's okay to make those tweaks. For one person, a comfortable fast might be just that 12 hours, that minimum 12 hours. For someone else, 18 might come easily. It all depends on so many things: hormone levels, time of the month, activity level, how much fat storage you have, what you're comfortable with as far as just being uncomfortable. So don't compare yourself, and don't think that you have to live in this place where it's miserable all the time. It shouldn't be like that. Hopefully that helps to bring some light for you on how to start to change your mind. Think about nourishing your body with your foods and letting those foods serve you.